that it's sort of become an annual ritual to see him here, and he remarked tongue-in-cheek that he hopes this is not the one time in the year that we meet. So yes, I'll make sure I come to Volkswagen office. It's a much more swankier office than ours. This used car has been a topic of huge amount of interest for the past several years, and not without reason. Actually, if one traces the fortune of the used car industry over the last several years, you will see it every year coming up with some new theme or the other, right? But there are ups and downs between year. But if you look at the broad long-term trend, a few things stand out. The first is that there is a very strong movement towards organization of this space. And this is not just in India, but this is generally worldwide. In India especially, it's far more marked because we started off from a very, very low base of organization when, say let's take an arbitrary starting point, say in 2010. In 2010, barely 5 or 7% of the market was organized, and Mahindra First Choice was just about starting out, and Maruti True Value was the only other credible competitor in town. To today, when roughly about 25-27% of the market is organized. I mean, these numbers will vary a little bit, but the growth actually from that time to this phase actually is a little bit of a testament both to how the auto market has kind of grown in general, but also how the consumer maturity has come. So one of the most heartening things for people who are working in this market, and this is actually one of the most difficult markets to crack, but one of the most heartening customer insights that I think you guys can take back, which I think in my last 6 years of being in this role, and I've never had that insight in any of the last 5 years, but this year it is almost looking like a reality in any of the markets that I visit, is that whenever a customer today goes and identifies a car to be bought, he or she definitely considers both a new car as well as a used car. That is a sea change from the day when used car used to be somebody's upgrade from a two-wheeler, or I can't afford this and therefore I'll settle for this, and so on and so forth. It is actually in the consideration basket. And for that, one needs to thank first and foremost the OEMs, folks like Volkswagen and many other OEMs who build such great vehicles that when they come into the used vehicle market, they look and they perform almost as good as new in that sense. And to that extent, the customer is far more in that sense, confident about the performance of the car and what he or she is putting that money into. So a combination of value, which has always been the kind of unique selling point of used vehicles, combined with the fact that now that vehicle has started getting acceptance as a mainstream product and not just as a compromise, is to my mind the defining customer insight of this year. And I think it is something that is going to kind of define the used car market in the next 4 to 5 years. Different estimates by different folks, but we estimate that the market is going